It's going down, son! Yeah, this is crazy.
And to be legitimate and have any...
No, it's going down, kids. It's going down.
Everything has to be on the table.
All the calls that came into C-SPAN, right, that I just turned on and was just listening to. I listened to like 3 or 4 calls, right? Every single one of those calls, the people is just talking like, the country's the laughingstock of the world. The one lady saying, well, General Petraeus, if he can last, or if he lives long enough to get his story out, then we'll know what happened or whatever. And it's like, and the lady's like on C-SPAN, like, what do you mean lives long enough? She's like, oh, I guess I've been around too long. I see people know the truth. They just end up disappearing. So that's just how it works in this country. And the lady just didn't know what to say. C-SPAN lady didn't know what to say. But it's like everybody's just getting down on America. There's this secession stuff. I thought it was just BS. But there's like secession stuff going on where a whole bunch of people like applied to secede from the United States. And now I guess they're, I don't know if it's true or not. I'll look into it and confirm whether it's true or not. But apparently there's a whole bunch of people trying to secede from the country. And all those people that signed up to secede or applied to secede from the country, they're trying to decide in Congress today whether or not those people should be deported or not. They need to take care of their debts, and then they'll be deported. So I can tell you what's going to happen right there. If that is true, I don't really believe it, but it's getting kind of weird. Things are getting kind of like really weird really quick. But if that is true, this is what's going to happen. All those people that applied to secede, I didn't apply to secede, so I really don't care. I'm sovereign anyway. All those people that applied to secede and have debt, have $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 worth of debt, still owe money on their car, this and that, they're going to be thrown into debtor's prison, and they're going to have to pay that off. Probably it's going to take them, 20, 30 years in debtor's prison, because they'll be getting paid $2, $3 a day to pay off their debts. 20, 30 years, they'll be accepted to, or their debt will be forgiven after they've been paying for 20, 30 years with their $2 a day or whatever have you. So we already got the prisons in place, you know what I'm saying? Like, all we need to do is just make weed legal, and then all of a sudden you release almost half of your prison population, which really aren't evil people or aren't dangerous people to society, but you release that half of the population, all of a sudden you have a giant open space of prison, like a giant prison space available for all these debtors. You basically turn your prisons into debtor prisons as well. And you throw those people in. If you don't have debt, then you can get out. You can go somewhere else. Man, your American citizenship is revoked and you just can't come back. You can come back to visit, but you can't come back to stay. That's more than likely the way it'll work. I don't know, though. I don't really personally believe that. I think something else is going to happen before anybody even really does secede. So, I don't know. We'll see. There's more coming. This is getting exciting, though. This is getting really exciting. Because it's like, right? Since I've been paying attention, I've been paying attention for like probably 2, almost 3 years now. The way that I look at all this is, what was it, 5/21/2011? I was hoping something would happen, something even just like trivial or small, but at least would get people like, oh my God, something happened. Nothing happened, all right? 11/11/11, nothing happened. 9/11/2012, nothing happened. I think we even just had one before, didn't we? I don't know. There's always like these dates that they throw out there. I think like 10/28 was something. Like there was supposed to be Nibiru coming through. Like it's supposed to be Nibiru. It's supposed to be like visible by now and this and that. Well, I don't see Nibiru out there. I could be wrong. There's many reasons why, if Nibiru is actually out there, why we're not seeing it. I know of many reasons why we wouldn't be able to see it or why we'd be blocked from seeing it. But like all this kind of stuff that I've been following, so much stuff, probably since I began, almost 3 years ago, since I began, all I heard when I looked into the financial and the political system is it's getting ready to crash. It's on its way down. Any time now, any day now, any month now, any week now, it's going to crash and it's going to burn and it's going to be bad for the American public. And I've watched, and I don't consider myself an extremely smart person, but I'm smart enough to know when I'm watching that things will lead up to something happening. And all these things, nothing's leading up to it happening over the past few years. Little tiny things have led up, but none of those things can be counted towards actually causing a collapse or causing a revolution or anything like that. Like, that's another thing I've heard is revolution is imminent. Revolution is right around the corner. It'll be here within the next couple months. Every time I look into the whole revolution thing, I basically see that somebody's saying within the next month or the next 2 months, get ready because martial law is coming and revolution's coming and there's going to be war on the people of this country and blah, blah, blah. I don't want to say I don't believe that's true, but every time I see somebody say that, I take it with a grain of salt because I don't really believe they know exactly what they're talking about, or I don't really believe they have definitive proof that something's going to happen that day. But there's this December 21st thing. I personally don't believe something's going to happen on December 21st or another system or expecting another system. A corrupt system's going to replace what we have now, and it's going to be much worse than what we have now. So, and I think this is what the powers that be have been waiting for, is for people to wake up but not fully understand what needs to be done to get out of this, because they've already got it all planned out, or they've had it planned out for a long time, probably since the beginning of this country, the founding of this country. They've had it planned out that this is going to go down. They're going to get up a massive population, and then they can do whatever they want with that massive population. They can turn them into a prison colony, a whole bunch of different things. But this is basically, I believe, all been planned since the beginning of the country, and now it's coming to the point where we're noticing that it's all corrupt and it's all bad, but they've known we were going to get to this point eventually all along, and they have a plan for when we get to this point, and we notice it. So they're probably going to let the government that we have crumble and fall, or let the political system, or not political system, the financial system crumble and fall, and so they can usher in the new financial system. And when they usher in the new financial system, then we have a problem. Then we have a real problem, because people are woken up and see how the old system was bad, but they look at anything ahead of them as good. And what's ahead of us might not be good. There may be people who have plans on putting something very bad ahead of us, and I think it is there. I think it's already been set up. We're just walking right into it. We're following. We're the sheep being led by the herder, whatever his name is. So I don't know. That's all I got to say about now. I'm gonna be doing more videos though. Like, I got to start speaking my mind, because this is exciting. Stuff is ramping up. You got Israel getting into a war with Gaza. They're bombing the Gaza Strip. Hamas's leader got assassinated. We're probably going to war with Iran really soon. Obama just got reelected, so he can do almost whatever he wants. I'm seeing rumors that he might sign an executive order saying he's a dictator. I don't know. There could be some fun stuff going on. I don't expect anything to happen, but I'm hoping something fun happens, because we need some excitement. We need out of this humdrum 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. I do my job. I come home. I watch TV. I go to sleep. We need everybody to wake up and get out of that. And we're getting very close to it. I can feel it. So, I don't know. All right. So what I'm getting from all this is that there is a civil war on the way. Basically, that's what it looks like, right? If there really is. There's the secession movement, which I didn't even really think was like actually real, or that it wasn't going to be treated as if it was real, like the Obama birth certificate stuff. It was just going to be like, oh, that's silly. Oh, no, who's believing that? But apparently people are believing it. So, basically, what I believe is there's probably about to be a civil war coming on. But think about a civil war in the United States today. In 2012, think about a civil war in the United States. Devastating. It would be devastating. Not even close to what it was in 1775, whatever it was. I don't know my history like I should. I don't know my dates like I should. I kind of know my history, but I don't know my dates like I should. But it's not going to be like the Civil War that we already had in this country. Not even close to like it. One, because both sides, I don't believe, are going to be both sides of. There's going to be two sides: the good guys, the bad guys. Whatever side you're on, you're the good guys, and the other side's the bad guys. They're both. I don't believe both are going to be supported by the banking elite or royal elite, some sort of. They're not going to have the backing of the same group that's backing the other ones, which our original Civil War. From what I know, that is how it worked. Is that England backed the Union and backed the Confederates. So basically, they were making out no matter what. England was like, we had your back the whole time. So they could say that because they had the back of both of the guys, and both of the both of the Union and the Confederates, and neither one knew it. So it's kind of like, we can do what we want. Whoever wins, we're the winner. We end up winning no matter what. So it's kind of crazy. What am I? My goat here, it's just so long. It's just like so uneven when I do this. It gets real uneven. Anyway, so I'm thinking, right, there's a civil war in the United States right now, 2012. Think about the weapons industry and how the weapons industry has changed over the past 100, 150, 200 years. It has gotten outrageous. With the military-industrial complex, there are so many outrageous weapons out there, so many destructive weapons out there, so many crazy weapons out there. There's weapons out there that are, like, available and have been used already. There's a weapon that literally from, like, what, I don't think it's a mile, maybe like a football field or two away, they can shoot this beam of energy at you. It doesn't knock you down, anything like that. As soon as it hits you, it makes your skin feel like it's on fire. So they got some crazy weapons like that. There's other weapons like that we can't even imagine that are probably in development or are secret weapons that we don't even know about. So the way I look at it is, you look at the Civil War of 1770, whatever, and you really just, you think about it. It's actually going to be more like a revolution. It's going to turn into a revolution. It's just being staged up right now as a civil war, but I believe it'll turn into a revolution. But if you look at the Civil War from back in the day, there wasn't that much, how do you put it, infrastructure. There wasn't that much infrastructure built up yet. There was infrastructure, and that was damaged. From what I know, that was damaged at a lot of different locations in the country, at that time, but there was not infrastructure like we have now. Infrastructure like we have now, you really can't go 100, 150 miles without running into some civilized area with highways and train stations or a city, or you can't get too far without seeing that. So what's going to happen if the giant weapons or the outrageous weapons that are available now are unleashed on this land? This is going to be a third world country very, very, very soon, very shortly, if those weapons are unleashed. And if it keeps heading the way it's looking like it's heading, yeah, we're in trouble. So start getting prepared. God bless.